Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Let's zoom in, let's take a look. Next matchup, we are at Group D, first match. We have Chaos versus Ravine Rulers. So, not sure if this was a rematch from years ago. I can't remember, honestly. But, I mean, it's going to be a hard one for Chaos. If you take a look at, the votes from, a couple of days ago. I could definitely agree with Ravine Dragon Rulers from 2013 should indeed have the advantage over Chaos. Couple of reasons. I think the biggest reason is that Ravine Rulers from 2013, this is post-Banlist by the way, has its, its graveyard first of all, it's basically their second hand, plus the resource management of the deck was just superb, and that's of course back in 2013 it was like a big meta turning point with Judgment spellbooks as well. So one of the most famous formats we've ever had in this game's history, right? So Chaos goes first, and that's good for Chaos because they do have an advantage going first with stuff like Forceful Sentry, Confiscation, Delinquent Duo. Then again, I mean, stuff like Confi and Delinquent do discard your opponent's cards to the graveyard, and, well, okay, the Rulers, well, their graveyard is basically their second hand, so how strong are those cards? Same for Crush card, I think, yeah, Crush Sangam. Back in the old school days, that was a really broken combo. But now, against the Rulers, kind of feels a little bit underwhelming. I mean, it definitely slows them down. It gives, at least it prevents them from at least having a Dragon Ruler in hand for, let's say, the, what is it called, Sacred Star Sword, 7-star sword, you know, the Destiny draw for Dragon Rulers. So it's somewhat of a slowish, grindy-ish game, but if it turns out, you know, into a grind game, Chaos is definitely not going to win this one, so that was the last turn for Crush cards. I think we know that Torrential Tribute is set. I think so, because of Crush cards, so it was the inevitable. So I eventually opted to go for Dark Hole, normal summon Yata to kind of force out the Torrential Tribute, but I felt that it wasn't looking too great. The Dracossack was expected. I guess this is, well, like a very conservative play. I guess you could like maybe risk attacking with both Rulers, right? And then go for Dracossack. Okay, Mirror Force is not... It's a Mirror Force, I think. So, I mean, I probably would have gone for it. Like, you know, do some damage well over 4k with Redox and Tidal. If it's Mirror Force, it's fine. Chaos is not going to OTK you, especially because of, you know, this slow start, right? Drawing Monster Reborn, that's fine. Stardust is kind of like a super power creep card for a lot of older format decks. Stuff like Raigeki, Dark Hole, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, which were powerful cards back in the old school days, either limited or banned. You know, obviously Stardust Dragon is superb against those cards, and the Mirror Force is not going to help out. I'm going to use Mirror, but again, Stardust Dragon can tribute itself, and I feel if you have Stardust Dragon against older decks, you should probably go for it always during the first turn, if you have the opportunity. So anyway, Chaos again going first, again Confiscation. Okay, so I can get free information about my opponent's hand, discard Debris. That's cool, no Ravine. I mean, the Ravine here was a 6th card. You definitely don't want to give Dragon Rulers or Ravine Rulers the opportunity to, I guess, set up the graveyard. It's basically a starter toolbox, all in one card. Ravine does so much, even in today's format for Dragon Links. Sadly, my Imperial Order is destroyed, and sadly no Sinister discard, but Painful Choice survives. And you get the Magician of Fate to the hand, and your opponent picks one, and the other 4 cards are sent to the graveyard. And I had a couple of options, but I went for this one, as in Change of Heart for Dracossack, right? Tribute Dracossack, at least first get the tokens, more defense I guess, and then Dracossack for the field spell. Again, the field spell is, I feel, priority number 1. You don't want to give the Dragon Ruler deck too many resources, and again another Mirage, that's cool. Hopefully drawing into a Typhoon, and there it is, so I can, destroy my Mirage of Nightmare during my standby phase and keep my cards in hand. So, Dragon Rulers, again, not looking too great. I mean, like, if one of my cards would have been something like Snatch Steal, GG well played, or BLS, GG well played, but nope, not the case. And I guess this might have been a small mistake on my... I probably should have used the, whatchamacallit, well, he isn't even going to use Ravine, I think, or is he? I was about to say that you could definitely, yeah, indeed. Maybe I should just have kept the Mystical Space Typhoon for Ravine, right? I mean, instead of, well, I mean, yeah, Mirage like would have discarded 4 cards. Okay, Typhoon, so not the best, right? But in the long run, it's not going. There is a Snatch Steal. Oh, 1 turn too late. But I go for Yata, even though it's not really a lock, because again, Dragon Rulers, their graveyard is basically their second hand. At another Ravine, it's just again the big toolbox. You can send your Dragon Rulers from your basically a big Foolish Burial. You know how Dragon's Ravine works. And Trigon, that was actually a cool addition to Dragon Ruler's post-Banlist. Trigon is basically just a level 3 monster. I don't think its effect was so important. The reason why it was played is it's a blaster target. So it could be searched off of Blaster or be sent to the graveyard off of Ravine, and it's a level 3 that can be reborn after or due to or thanks to whatchamacallit, the Breed Dragon. So it's basically your 1 card, 1.5, 2 card combo for full double Dracossack or Dracossack with a level 8 Synchro play. So Trigon actually was a very nice addition to the deck. So again, yeah, slow Snatch Steal, again a slow grindy game, which again I'm not going to win, but I mean, I do have hand advantage, but let's face it, like the Sinister, Reaper, not the best, Witch, kinda slow. There's one fatal problem, is that I believe, yeah, the Magician of Fate is banished, or at least was banished a couple of turns ago. So I was like, well, I need to get a light in my graveyard, and there aren't too many options. I went for Yata because I'm super low on life points, somewhat low on life points, so I don't want to keep my, let's say, Magical Scientist in attack position, right? So this turn it needs to happen, but there is Emperor, but I don't have a light in the graveyard. I think the only way to get a light in the graveyard is what I'm going to do is use Scientist for Magician King, I believe the name is. It's just a level 5 a light, much more important. I get Emperor off, but nope, the burn damage is not going to deal enough. This is Chaos Emperor Dragon Pre-errata, by the way, so you can like use it during main phase 2 or whatever. But yeah, there were, I think, exactly enough Dragon Rulers in the graveyard, so it is what it is. So game number 3, okay, who knows, Chaos might win, actually, this might actually win 1. So going first again a strong opening, Painful Choice, Delinquent Duo, was there something different? I believe Demok is in the graveyards, yeah, some small Mystic Tomato pokes, I'm not sure, I should have, you know, Light and Dark in the graveyard. Maybe I should like just, you know, go all in with either BLS or Chaos Emperor, deal some damage. I'm not sure, does Dragon Ruler deck play Torrential? I think so, at least it makes sense that I'm making this conservative play. Probably, because again, my hand, I'm not running any defense, at least I don't have any defense available now, so, you know, not taking the risk there. So Imperial Order, sadly not negating the Star Sword, right? So I'm going to draw it again off of the Wing Blast, and here's Magical, at least where Magical Scientist shines, right? So drop Ryu Senshi, who remembers that card? Senshi is basically a Naturia Barkion, so by paying 1000 life points, you can negate any normal trap from your opponent, and it works in like multiple chains, whatever. So no Torrential, no Wing Blast, I can Metamorph for Reaper, I guess, to hit a potential Scarecrow, but I'm not sure what Scarecrow reads. It's like, does your opponent need to attack you directly? But he's controlling a monster. I'm not sure about the correct ruling. I mean, they're controlling a monster while Reaper is attacking directly. Again, I'm not sure what Scarecrow says. Anyway, so game number 4, Chaos has 1. So, okay, who knows? Go second, and no hand traps, it is what it is. And this, you know, the combo that I was talking about is if you open with like any way to get to the Breed Dragon, as in with Tempest or what is it called? Ravine to, you know, send Tempest or Trigon or whatever, or any form of that combination, you can search the Breed Dragon, and then, you know, this is basically your full combo double Dracossack play. And then depends if you have the second Breed Dragon access, or, you know, in your hand, or drawn, or search off of Tempest, you could leave yourself with triple tokens as well, with 3 tokens and double Dracossack. But now, you know, only 2 tokens and 6 cents. Ooh, is it going to work out? So I'm definitely below away both back rows with Heavy Stormant. Calling 3 and 4. I would probably do the same, because Dragon Rulers is like a deck that can definitely capitalize on the mill 5 or 6. If not, like that's what happens, like, you know, the dice rolled 5, so mill 5 cards from the top of your deck, and if it's like 3 or 4, you can draw either 3 or 4, so that's broken as well. You know, I believe we got the card, when was it, back in September 2013, and it was banned like a month after, or 2 months after, 6 cents. Makes sense. So anyway, Mirage of Nightmare again getting a couple of draws, and yeah, again getting off a big crush card, but it's not going to do that much. Sadly going to lose Chaos Emperor. Would it have mattered? I don't know, probably not. Mirage is going to draw, because again, I had no answer for the Harpy's Feather Duster would have been an answer. Again, no answer to force out the return from a different dimension during my turn, and it's basically a soul charge. You know how return from a different dimension works. So vomit 5 dragons from your banished pile to the field, make 3 synchro summons, whatever, and yeah, Star Eater as well. Who remembers that card? So this is GG. I guess Chaos winning 1 is fine though. Ravine Rulers definitely had the advantage here over the much older Chaos deck, but it is what it is. So one match remaining here in Group D. We have, I don't know which deck is going to win this one. Totally Heroes from 2017 versus TG Stone the first time that deck appears in the Cross-Banlist Cup. It's skill drained deck. So feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave them out. Peace.